The tutor is responsible for the academic and social and welfare of each of their tutees, and therefore will monitor what they're doing, how they're getting on, their progress, and encourage them to be involved in the range of activities that we have on offer.
There's somebody that you do build a relationship with more than most teachers and most staff, so there's so much you can approach in nearly every situation.
The key role in the school is for the tutor. It's a very personal relationship. That tutor will, over a period of 2 years, really get to know that child very, very well. And often we have to ensure that children don't become overburdened, so that they make the right choices for them. And that's where the experience of a tutor who knows a lot about the school and that child comes into play.
Most of the staff will have some pastoral role as tutors. It's absolutely impressed upon the children that they can go and talk to whoever they feel comfortable to talk to, be it a maths teacher or a, music teacher or whoever it is, and that we all, of course, will have a responsibility to support the children, and if necessary pass that up through the system, the more formal system if you like, to ensure that all the teachers and all the pastoral heads are going to be in a position to support the children.
I think it's a very generally supportive environment, and I felt that I could have gone to any one of my teachers, or even people that weren't my teachers. All of the staff were incredibly supportive throughout my time at King Edward's.
I think that's part of the ethos of the school. I think we often talk about how are we achieving this, and I don't know whether we consciously work very hard at it, or it is the way the school is. And I think staff and students pick that up very quickly once they're in the school, and it is just something that carries on through the school.
If there was ever a problem, a pupil wouldn't find it too difficult to let someone know, because they know that the teacher will do their best to help them out and sort out the problem straight away.
It's welcoming to people of faith and of no faith, people who are exploring, open to new ideas, a place where everyone is supported and encouraged. If they've got problems, there will be many structures to support them.
Through our PSHE programme, we encourage them to be good citizens. Through all of our interaction with them, we encourage them to be good citizens, and I suppose they learn that that's perhaps therefore part of the way that the school operates.
You begin discussions perhaps at home, and you find that they've already had those discussions at school, and they've begun to think about them. And it's like the school are one step ahead, and sowing the seeds and getting them to think about what they want out of life, really.
We have an assistant head of year in the third year who is responsible for easing the process of them joining us in September, easing them into the school, and just sort of overseeing that process to give them a little bit of help.
Probably easier for a boy, because they just come straight in and they meet their friends on the rugby field or whatever. Girls took a little longer, but they have a specific group ready for year 9, and they mix everybody up, and so the new ones just come in and mix with all the others, and it didn't take long at all.
They really encourage us to be like role models for the younger ones. They want us to make sure that we're looking out for them as well as ourselves. And I think that's important because the younger kids really do look up to you. I mean, I remember when I was really in the first year, I thought the sixth formers were amazing. So it's important to make sure that if you see something wrong with a younger pupil, that you maybe intervene and do something to help them, or tell a member of staff.
You don't get an A level in how to run a club, or how to look after maybe a junior member of the school who's in tears. You don't get any UCAS points for that, but they are incredibly important human skills to have, people skills to have and to take forward.
The experience is that they really look after those young students, and in the first few weeks when the new children are really trying to find their way around the school, it is often the sixth formers that are to be seen in the corridors, stopping to help them and actually walking them to where they need to be or looking after them. I think they take on that sort of that big brother, big sister role really well.
The job of the tutor is primarily to get to know the child really well, but also to build that relationship with the family. And over time, that can become genuinely a friendship, I think, and one where if things are going well, there's perhaps just good news to communicate. If things are not going quite so well, it's a critical relationship to guide a child through some of the storms and sort of issues that can arise in adolescence. So it's a very, very important role.
Sometimes the parents are invited to come in for a talk, like we came to one on substance abuse. It's just superb, just telling us what's out there, you know, from sort of, you know, caffeine drinks upwards, and you know, telling us what they've told the children, really. And there was one on self-image, which I think is just superb for girls, and, you know, magazines and all this, the influences that are out there. It's really helpful to know what they've taught the children, and I do think they address issues head on.